Hello, welcome back to my Sitecore Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence, your go-to channel for everything in Sitecore and .NET. Till last year, we have covered a lot of Sitecore topics, but there is one topic which we have not yet touched, and that is Sitecore form. So today, in year 2025, we will start with Sitecore forms. So in this episode of Sitecore Basic video series, we will be targeting to cover Sitecore forms related activities. And today's video, what we are going to see are, first thing is what are Sitecore forms. Then we will see key features that make the Sitecore forms powerful and flexible. Then how we can create a Sitecore forms, the step-by-step guide to the Sitecore forms. Then we will see a live demo to bring you all it together. Then we will wrap up a sneak peek into some uh, advanced features of Sitecore forms. So whether you are new to the Sitecore or looking for polishing your Sitecore skills, this video has something for you. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's jump into the Sitecore forms. Let's begin by understanding what Sitecore form is all about. But before diving into the details, let's consider a real world use case. Imagine a financial service company wants to collect leads from potential customers interested in their credit card offering. They need a form that can gather and process this information efficiently. Now, what if we try to implement this form manually? Let's talk about the challenges involved in it. First of all, the manual implementation can be time consuming, requiring the extensive development efforts. Second, it often comes with a limited flexibility, making it hard to adapt to specific business needs. Third point is data integration issues can create bottlenecks in processing and managing customer information. Poor personalization. The fourth issue is manual forms usually lack personalization, failing to engage user efficiently. And finally, ineffective analytics means you miss out an valuable insight about your user's behavior. All these changes can be addressed with Sitecore forms. Let's see how Sitecore forms tackle these challenges. Drag and drop editor. So drag and drop editor eliminates the need of complex coding, and that is saving your time also. The customizable fields. So with customizable fields, you can adapt forms to meet your unique requirement. Personalization. The personalization features allows you to tailor forms to individual user, enhancing the more engagement. Analytic integration. So Sitecore forms integrate seamlessly with analytics, enabling data-driven decisions. Rules and conditions. You can use rules and conditions to create dynamic interactive forms. So advanced features like integration capabilities, multi-step forms, and save and resume functionality make the forms even more powerful and user-friendly. In summary, Sitecore form provides first is an increased efficiency. It improves the user experience. You have a better engagement and you will get a more actionable insights. So these are the things which will help you to address the challenges which will come if you try to implement forms in the manual implementation. How does it works? We will first go through the steps and then jump into the demo. So first of all, we have to access the Sitecore forms from the content editor or maybe from the launchpad. In that, there is an option called create a new form. You can create a new form by using it. Then in the form you have to add fields, so whatever the fields which is required, like text box, rich text box editor, so the way you want the form to the fields to in the your forms. Then configure those field properties, then apply the validation and conditional logic on those. So field property is something where you like what name you want to save it into the database. So this kind of features are there. So those properties we will see in demo also. And then you can have the validations applied as well as the conditional logic. You need to save and publish the form. So that form will be same and you can use that across your website. Then this add this form to a web page. Wherever you want to utilize the form, you can add that onto your page. You can write your form submission actions. You can test the forms and finally monitor the submission. So you can, when you create a form, make it live, then the data will be collected and you can monitor those submissions. These are the steps which you will generally follow in the creation of the forms. So let's start the demo. All right. So first of all, how to access the form application. So there are two ways you can access the forms. So once you log in into the Sitecore, if you can see, I have already logged in into the Sitecore. In the Launchpad marketing application section, you have these forms. So from here you can access the Sitecore forms. And the second way is from the content editor. So in the content editor you can see this form, so you can access the forms from here also. Okay, that is the first step. So how you can access it. So let's design the form from the forms application, and then we will configure few things from the content editor. So to design it, first of all, click on the forms, and here is the button. You see create function. So you can click on the create. Then if you have any template, you can save those template here, but let's start a blank with form. This is the blank form. So now in this forms you will see this is the area where you can add your fields. You can have the different versions here. So I have been creating the form in the English. The different options, many options are available. And here if you see, there are form elements. So there are few basic form elements which will need a like text or maybe the file upload, single line, multi-line text, all those are here. And then you have a password related, so password and password confirmation. And then for designing it, you can have a section, page, and the submit button. Okay, so these are the functionalities, or these are the tools which is available for drag and drop functionality. Then you have a settings where you can apply your class. This is a thumbnail, so how your form should display. So in here, how the form should display, so that will be here from the for thumbnail. Then the conditional logic and advanced settings are there. Okay, and then you have a performance, so you can see how this form is behaving, so that performance can be signed here. For a demo purpose, what we are going to do is we will be designing a form which will have, first is a name field, name text box, and then we have the email text box, and then we are going to get that data by clicking on the submit in the and we are going to save those data into the form database itself. So that's a simple form we will be going to create it, and that form we will be on our one of our page. Okay, that is in the Sitecore MVC page. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we will give the title. So text, we are dragging it, and I'm naming it as contact details. Okay, contact details. Okay, I'm just naming it as a header. We will be having it as a h1 tag. Okay, style sheet we will see later. We'll apply here. Okay, then what I will do is I will just add one section, and within the section what I will be do is I will add a single line. Now once you click on single line, in the general you will see label. So what label you want to give for this field. So I'm giving it as a name, field name. So what name you want to save it into the database. So I'm giving it as a name. Default value if you want to give. Uh, Placeholder I is what is your name. Maximum fields. So it must be at least 2 fields. Field validation. Yes, I want field validation. Is it a mandatory field? Yes, for us all the fields are mandatory, so mandatory. Apply. Okay. Okay, so that's our name field. Now we will have email one. Email, email, default field, your email to contact. This is our placeholder text. Maximum length should be 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 string validator. Yes, it's mandatory. Class we will apply later. So apply. Okay. Then we will add a submit button. So submit button is this. Okay, here what it will be the text submit. Field name, let's keep that as it is. Now here are some navigation steps. Okay, so do you want to submit this form or you will have a multiple step form? So next, previous we can add. We have only single form, so we'll submit. Classes we will apply later, and this is very important. Submit action. How do you want to process this data? Okay, so what are the steps once you click on submit? What should happen? Okay, so there are multiple out of box functionality, like you can trigger a goal, you can redirect to URL, send a email, okay, something like that. Okay, so first of all we will save our data. Okay, this will save a data into the your forms database. Once the data is saved, I will redirect to page. Okay, now you have to design that where you want to redirect the page. So I have already created a success page, so I'm just redirecting to the success page. We will see that success page later. For now, understand that there is a success page I have created, so I'm redirecting user to success page after the data is filled. So once data is provided, it will get saved into the form, and then it will redirect to the page which I have submitted here, like success, and then apply. Okay, so that's it. That is my form. I'm saving it. Now where you want to save it is form. So let's just select it, msd contact underscore form. This is our form. Now we'll save it. Okay, now I will go to the content editor. Okay, and here if you open this, this is our form. Okay, if you see the structure here, we have a page. Inside that we have added a separate header. If you remember, we have added a text here, contact details, HTML tag, CSS we will apply later. You have a section here which we have added. Then we have a name, placeholder key, email. Then you have a submit button, and you have multiple submit actions, save data, redirect to page. Okay, and this is the page where we are redirecting. Okay, so if you go to the here, this is our old page of my Sitecore Diaries MVC, and we have designed this success page where you have a thank you for reaching out to us message. Okay, fine. Till now what we have done is we have just designed the form. Now we have to assign this form to page. So we will be assigning it to our old My Sitecore Diaries page. Okay, let me open that page also. All right, so this is the page which we have designed last time in the Sitecore MVC website. So what we are going to add is the forms at the bottom here. Okay, at the exactly here we will try to add the form. Okay, so let's go back again to the content editor. We'll open presentation details. We'll go to the details. We'll go to the final layout. Okay, what we are going to do is we will be adding controls So we will need to display the forms. Now where we can find the forms? So basically, let me show you. Let me duplicate this. Okay. So let me show you the form path. Okay, the rendering where we can use this form. Okay. So for that you are going to layout, renderings, then systems, then forms. So here is a form, so MVC form. So this is the rendering which you will be needed to display the form. Okay, so this is when you install the forms, we will get this out of box. Okay, so this form we are selecting, and then I think our placeholder is a main. Okay, select. So after CTA we are displaying MVC form. Okay, okay, save. So let's publish everything. Just publishing first of all this page. Okay, and then also the form. Okay, now let's see whether the page is getting this. No, because what's the problem now? We have assigned the presentation. Okay, if you go to the presentation of this Sitecore, my Sitecore diary, we have assigned the MVC form here. Okay, but we have not specified which form should be displayed, and that can be assigned using the data source. So placeholder is the main. Browse. Now I will be selecting MST contact forms which we have just designed. Okay, okay, okay. Let's publish it again. All right, it is published. So let's again see that is getting displayed or not. See here contact details are come, but you see it isn't coming in single line. This is because we have not applied any style sheet. Okay, that we'll do later. So let's test it. Test MST form. Test MST form at the rate gmail.com. Okay, and submit it. It is redirecting to the success page. That is what we have written it. Okay, now we have seen that we are able to submit a data and it is getting redirected to the success page. Now first we will work on this style sheet. Okay, so before working on the style sheet, you can check how the structure is created by just inspecting it, and accordingly you can write the style sheet file. So for I have already created one file. Okay, uh, so I added a few classes. Okay, and that we are going to use it in the forms. Okay, but before that we have to deploy this file. Okay, form.css. So I created the form.css and I have deployed it into the my Sitecore, your local folder, sorry, the website folder, site modules, web, experience forms, and CSS. You can deploy it anywhere, but this is where we follow the uh, protocol that it is for the experience form. So we are adding it here. So in the experience form, we have even have a scripts also. Okay, so the scripts also you can, if you have any specific script you want to create, you can go and create the scripts here also. Now this style sheet which you are deployed on your website folder needs to be associate with your page, right? So for that, in your demo layout, you can add, there are different ways of adding the style sheet. I have added like this. So you can add the style sheet, so it can refer to your style sheet here. Okay, that is the first thing which you need to do it before applying the style sheets. Okay, once all those things are done, like you created your style sheet, you deploy that in your website folder, you link that to your layout which you are using it. Now let's see how we can apply those on the form. So for that, we will go to the form design here. Okay, I will just reload it. Okay, now what we have to do is we want to apply the classes. Now for this contact style sheet css class, okay, so what the class which we have created here, so contact for header styling, contact form header. So I just update this, control C, and I will update it into here. Okay, and apply it. Then for this text box we have first is a label and the text box. So css for label, css for class. So we will go again into the sheet. Let's see for input. For label we have a contact form hyphen label. Okay, so we'll apply here. And for input we have contact form input. Similarly for email we will apply the label one. Stick. Apply. Let's see for the submit button what is the class. Contact form submit. Save. So let's see now in the form. You have this is there. Then you have a name. Okay. So let's publish this. Okay. Let's see. See, now the form structure is changed. Okay, we have applied the classes. So this is how you can do the custom styling on it. There are few things which is pending, which we will be doing it in the next video. Like the validation is pending, we have not done any validation here, so that we will see in next video. Also the custom action, now we have used the out of box function for the submit. We want to use the custom function, then how we can do it, that we will see in the next video. So for now, for testing purpose, we will add a few data here, and then we will see how can we check this data in the database. So submit it. Okay, let's see how we can view this data. So for that you have to log in your SQL server. In there will have an experience form. So inside the experience form we will see three tables. So whatever I am currently doing, it is for the developers. Okay, so we are going to see how the marketers can view this data in the next videos. But for now, as a developer, if you develop the form, whether the form is collecting or not, data is getting collected or not, we will see that this way. Okay, so we'll have a three tables in the experience forms. Here you'll see the file storage which will store the files, field data which will have the field data, and form entries. So every form entries will have this. So form entry is related to the field data. So let's select. There will be few data which I have used for testing. Now if you see here, that just now we have filled this form and the data is test 2025 at the Gmail. The field name is name and the email. So this is how you will get data into the SQL database. More about Sitecore Forms. Sitecore Forms isn't just about creating forms. It's about crafting seamless, engaging, and smart user experience. So let me quickly walk you through some of the standout features that make Sitecore Forms a game changer. First is the conditional logic. So we have a conditional logic. This allows you to tailor forms fields dynamically based on the user input, creating a personalized and interactive experience. For example, a university application form can show different fields for undergraduate, for graduate, or international applicant. Then you have a multi-step forms. You can break a long complex form into manageable steps for better usability and a smoother user experience. So you can break down your long form into the different steps. Custom styling. Custom styling gives you the flexibility to design forms that perfectly match your brand identity, ensuring consistency in your visual language. Custom styling we have just seen in our demo also. With third-party integrations, you can connect your forms seamlessly with external systems like CRMs or email marketing tool for streamlined workflows. Accessibility and compliance. So accessibility and compliance ensures your forms meet global standards like GDPR, giving you peace of mind while handling the user data. Want to optimize your forms? Analytics and insights. So with analytics and insight, track their performance and gain actionable data to improve the engagement. Advanced data handling. Advanced data handling empowers you to define custom submit actions, allowing you to process and manage data uniquely. Social media integration. So enhance forms with social media integration, enable social logins and easy sharing options to boost user engagement. With single sign-on SSO, user can log in using their existing credential, making the process fast and hassle-free. And finally, e-commerce connectivity. E-commerce connectivity integrate forms with e-commerce platforms, streamlining the processes like order management or custom inquiries. So these are the high-level Sitecore Forms advanced features. Let me know in the comment if there is any of the topic you want me to cover in future video. And that's wrap up for our today's video, Sitecore Forms. So in this video, we have just touched what is Sitecore Forms. We have seen how the Sitecore Forms can be created, how can we customize the style sheet. And in the next videos, we are going to see how to apply validations on those fields, how we can have these custom submit actions and other things which we are going to see in the next videos. So if you found this video helpful, do share this video with your networks, your friends, your colleagues. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and click on notification bell. So I'm Jitendra Ganekar. I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding. Enjoy Sitecore. Thank you.